Namaste, friends. In mid October, when the sun moved into Libra, I made 5 astrological predictions. These were about confusion, emotional ups and downs, deception in communication, spiritual misunderstandings, and financial troubles, which is stock markets ups and downs as well. I will put the link of the original video which I did last month so that you can go and look at what predictions were made. So, today, let's see how these predictions came true with real events from the past month. My first prediction was about confusion and misinformation. This means people will find it hard to know what is true and what is not. A big example is what happened in the US elections. According to the Wall Street Journal, the race between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump was full of mixed messages. Voters were getting so much information and it was hard to decide what to believe. Another example, which happened, Jeff Bezos said to CNBC, and Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post, said that many people in America do not trust the news anymore. There is a big issue because when people stop trusting the news, they get confused about what's real and what's fake. My second prediction was about emotional instability, which means people would feel more anxious and upset. Sadly, this prediction came true, and two incidents I'll highlight here. First was during Halloween in Orlando, there was a mass shooting. According to the Times of India, this terrible event scared a lot of people and made them feel unsafe. Another example was the bomb threats reported by Rediff. Over 100 flights, including those from Air India and Indigo, faced threats which caused a lot of panic among passengers. Imagine the fear of sitting in a plane and not knowing what will happen next. This shows how the energy of anxiety has affected people recently. My third prediction was about deception in communication and technology, which came true in some important ways. The Indian government tightened security rules for satellite applications, requiring companies like Amazon or Elon Musk Starlink to follow strict guidelines. This shows growing worries about data privacy and national security as technology evolves. Similarly, telecom companies like Jio, BSNL, and Airtel, they recently blocked 77 crore SIM cards due to fraud and misuse. These actions highlight the increased focus on cybersecurity and efforts to prevent tech related misuse, matching the predicted theme of strict monitoring and control in the tech world. My fourth prediction was about spiritual confusion. This means people might get misled in the name of spirituality. And a perfect example of this was the case of scammers pretending to be spiritual gurus. And these fake spiritual leaders from China were arrested in New Zealand because they were fooling people and taking their money. There is another famous case of Abhinav Arora, a young boy who suddenly became popular as a spiritual guru. I don't know much, so cannot comment whether someone is fake or not, but our prediction of events happening related to spiritual gurus will come in the news, and that's what happened. And this incident shows how quickly people can get confused. And as I mentioned earlier in my original video, it's important to be careful and not fall for false promises. The last prediction I had made was about financial troubles and economic instability. So, what happened last month? One of the CEO of the biggest US banks, JP Morgan, warned that three powerful nations could disrupt the global economy. This was reported by the Economic Times, and this is a serious issue because it can affect jobs, investments, and even everyday things like the price of groceries. Related to this was market volatility or the bubbles in the stock market, which we predicted. Now, what happened between October 15th and November 15th? The Indian stock market showed ups and downs and finally ended in red. This means the market went up and down but closed lower where it started. The Nifty 50's performance during this time also highlights the volatility present in the Indian stock market during this time. So, friends, as we saw, the events of the past month fit well with the predictions made when the sun entered Libra sign in mid October. Astrology helps us see patterns in life and society. Whether it is confusion in elections, emotional fear in people, or even spiritual and financial challenges, astrology gives us a way to understand what's happening around us. So, thank you for joining me today. I hope this talk helped you see how astrology connects with real life. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep exploring the stars together. Until next time, keep looking up at the stars and may they bless you always. Thank you so much. Namaste.